and they all trended together here. And you can see when we went to the lower RPM, they all dropped together. Going down the taxiway, initially I'll be checking the tracking. When I get to the end, I'll do the first gradual turn. So I want to practice working through our checklist. That's another objective. I visual inspected the propeller, no damage on the prop. Visual inspected the landing gear.
Hey everyone, Keegan here with DarkAero. We're getting ready to perform the first taxi test on the DarkAero 1 prototype, but before we do that, a short briefing is in order. So previously we performed the first static engine test run. And the objective of that test was just to confirm that the engine would start and that there are no major installation issues. After that, we performed a second static engine test run. That one focused more closely on monitoring engine parameters like exhaust gas temperature, cylinder head temperature, fuel pressure, oil temperature, and battery voltage. Several small fixes and improvements were identified to be addressed while the aircraft is disassembled for painting, but otherwise it performed well. And this gave us enough confidence to proceed forward with the taxi testing. Taxi testing is the next stage of testing, building up towards first flight. The objective with taxi testing is to better understand the ground handling characteristics of the aircraft. So for our first taxi test, we'll be focusing on how the aircraft tracks, the responsiveness of the brakes, how the steering feels, and we'll also continue to gather more engine data. On the test preparation side, a few things that are different with the taxi testing versus the static engine test runs is that we now have the spinner installed, we have the brakes hooked up, we have the navigation lights wired up, and then additionally we're going to have the canopy closed and locked for the test. Similar to the static engine test runs, we will be performing the taxi test at dusk. A common question we got asked from the engine test run video was, why do you perform this in the evening? It is a little bit fitting with the DarkAero name, but it has a lot more to do with the UV light exposure to the airframe. UV light can react with resin matrix material and it can degrade it over time. So we want to limit that amount of UV light exposure to the airframe until the aircraft is painted. By the way, if you'd like to learn a lot more about matrix materials, how to design composite structures, what weave type to use, how to achieve an optimal fiber to resin ratio, and a whole lot more, check out our aerospace composites course. I left a link in the description below. Okay. One last thing to discuss before taxi testing is some of the safety precautions and procedures that we are following for the test. I won't go into every single detail, but I think safety is very important to discuss here. We're using the FAA's AC 90-89 Flight Test Handbook for amateur-built and ultralight aircraft to guide our testing. All right, enough talk, let's get on with the actual test.
Fire it up. ECU 1 on, that's this one. We got fuel pressure.
Overall, we're very pleased with how the aircraft performed during the taxi testing. The brakes were very responsive. The aircraft itself seemed very nimble and happy to be moving around. The spinner didn't seem to add any additional vibrations to the engine, which is good. We had great visibility out of the front of the aircraft. All the suspension in both the nose and main gear seemed to be working as well. The EGT, CHT, fuel pressure, oil pressure, all of that looked good, so no surprises there. We also did a complete walk around of the aircraft looking for any types of cracks, any wear, any loose bolts, any leaky fluids, anything that would really look out of place, and nothing jumped out to us there, which is also good. That pretty much wraps it up for the taxi test video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As far as flight testing goes, we do have some more work to do. We're going to do another taxi test run. We have some work to finish up on the ground vibration testing, drop testing of the gear, and then also finishing up the flap controls, installing the gearboxes for the main gear, and painting the aircraft. But we'll save all that for a future video, and we'll be sure to let you guys know when that's coming. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.